Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about, and we all know what I'm talking about here. And that is big wins. Big wins for all of sports tonight, and especially for my Los Angeles Lakers and, of course, my Denver Broncos when it comes all said and done, guys. And I just have to say, what a great win for both sides when it comes all said and done for my Denver Broncos and for my Los Angeles Lakers tonight, guys. And this is going to be the first time that I ever do this on this channel, on this live stream. I'm going to be talking about not just my Los Angeles Lakers, but I am going to be talking about my Denver Broncos on this live stream. So this will be a pretty long live stream. So if you guys don't want to stay tuned for my Denver Broncos breakdown, you can just listen to my Lakers breakdown, and we will just go to the Denver Broncos next as a part of our broadcasting tonight for ZSN on YouTube. And here we go, man. Don't ruin my parade, Get a Rabbit. Come on, dude. I'm gonna leave the hat on. I know you're joking, but I'm gonna leave the hat on. Okay, I don't care. I'm excited. I'm happy tonight. All right, my Lakers won tonight, and my Broncos won in convincing fashion in overtime to beat the Washington Commanders in overtime. Sunday Night Football. What a great win for my Denver Broncos and for my Los Angeles Lakers in a blowout versus the Pelicans. An easy win, by the way, with no LeBron James tonight. So obviously that was great on both sides of things when it comes to my Lakers winning tonight and my Broncos winning tonight. So this is going to be the first time ever we're going to be talking about both, wins tonight for different leagues, and we're going to be talking about the and we're going to be talking about the Broncos win against the Commanders. But first things first, we're going to be talking about the Lakers win tonight. And if you want to stay tuned for my Broncos breakdown, stay tuned after I give my Lakers breakdown, because this is a Lakers channel. We talk about Lakers content on this platform. So just for my dedication to my subscribers and people who are tuning in every single live stream when it comes to my Lakers breakdown of Lakers wins and losses, whatever. I'm going to talk about my my breakdown first, and then I'll talk about my Broncos breakdown after. And if you guys want to stay tuned for that, I really appreciate it as well. But before anything, like always, please be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. It's really important that you do so you'll be in the know of when I go live, when I upload videos onto ZSN on YouTube, and follow me all across social media, Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. And without further ado, let me just share just real quick the Lakers breakdown of their win tonight versus the Pelicans. And then later on, I will be sharing the the Broncos win in overtime versus the Washington Commanders. So stay tuned. I really appreciate it if you guys want to stay tuned for that. I really appreciate it. For those of you who are joining me at the moment, please stay after if you guys want to talk about the Broncos breakdown after I talk about my Lakers win tonight versus the Pelicans tonight when it comes all said and done. So, and I'm seeing the comments coming in from our original OGs on this channel with Daniel. Welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining, man. Happy Sunday to you too, buddy. Go Lakers. Absolutely. Easy dubs. It was absolutely. And another day, another win, and Broncos keep winning. Absolutely. And I'm going to keep that comment on this on the screen for the rest of this live stream. And if any more come in, I will be talking about others who come in and want to talk about Lakers and also Broncos tonight. So this is going to be a special occasion tonight for this another edition on ZSN on YouTube. where we're going to break down these two amazing wins from my two favorite teams tonight. And it's just very ironic that I get to talk about my Broncos in this live stream along with my Lakers because they won at the same time tonight in convincing fashion. Easy dubs for the Lakers, but it was a survival win in overtime for my for my Denver Broncos versus the Washington Commanders tonight. So stay tuned for that breakdown. But first, let's talk about the Lakers win tonight versus the Pelicans tonight, guys. 133 to 121. The Lakers continuing to stack up wins. They are on a 7-game winning streak after this win tonight versus the Pelicans, and now they are 15-4 in the NBA as their record, and I think they're still the second seed in the Western Conference. With this win tonight, when it comes all said and done. So, and it was all thanks to our dynamic duos of this Lakers team since the start of the season, and that is Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves tonight. What a great performance tonight, guys. Their shooting ability, their scoring abilities was sensational out there tonight, and just a combination of those two guys continuing to just be a huge impact on the Lakers' offensive attack since the start of the season until now. And it's just showing, and it's just greatness showing in front of our very eyes when it comes to how great Luka and Austin Reeves is when it comes to their abilities to continue to win. Every single game and dominate every single game with their performances every single night. So great job out there for Luka Doncic tonight, guys. Player of the game, or if you want to make a MVP of tonight's game, has to go to Luka and Austin Reeves tonight. They both showed up along with others tonight. With DeAndre Ayton also stepping up, Rui Hachimura with 14 points. We're going to get to him in just a bit. But the efforts tonight, guys, saying, you know what, we don't need LeBron. That's basically what it was tonight. We don't need LeBron to win this game because it was arguably one of the easy wins for the Lakers tonight, guys, all across the board from the first quarter until the fourth. It was sensational performances on both sides when it came to the Lakers' efforts tonight. And, it was just a good effort from this Lakers team. And obviously, it's the Pelicans. So this was supposed to be an easy dub, an easy win for them to get anyway. The Pelicans are one of the worst teams in the NBA. They are 3-18, so they're in the lottery selection for the draft. So they are basically playing for nothing at this point. But the Lakers had to get this win, an easy win at home, with a great win tonight, with the efforts from Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves tonight, with their efforts tonight, guys. Luka Doncic tonight, 34 points out there with 4 of 12 from the three. Shot very well from the free throw line. Most of the efforts from the Lakers, scoring came from the free throws they made as well tonight. So as a total, I think they had the 87% from the free throw line when it came down to it. So great job out there for the free throw efforts from this Lakers team, and the shooting efforts, 37% from the three. Not bad from this Lakers team tonight, guys. I mean, they were just shooting left and right against one of the worst teams in the NBA in the New Orleans Pelicans tonight. So great job out there from this Lakers team effort offensively. But 12 rebounds for Luka Doncic and 7 assists, along with 1 steal and 1 block. Great night for Luka Doncic tonight. Austin Reeves, 33 points, as I mentioned. Great effort on his part. They both combined with 67 points out there tonight. So, like I said, the scoring go-to, whatever you want to call these two guys. I mean, they're like the Batman and Robin of this season for this Lakers team when it comes down to a dynamic duo in this league. And that's obviously what we're seeing tonight from these two guys. They're the offensive anchor for this Lakers team, and that's what we saw tonight. Their efforts offensively, scoring, shooting, you name it. It was great effort tonight, guys, from both of our scores tonight. with their efforts. Austin Reeves with 33 points, 4 of 7 from the three, shot very well from the free throw line, and gave us 5 rebounds and 8 assists with 1 steal, 1 block. So it's just amazing to see these two guys continuing to thrive with one another, and it's just it's just great chemistry from both guys tonight when it comes to all said and done. So great job out there from both of our dynamic duos tonight. DeAndre Ayton also stepping up for this Lakers team with 22 points and managed to give us 12 rebounds out there tonight with 4 blocks for this Lakers team tonight, with DeAndre Ayton leading the helm in that blocking ability out there tonight, and his defensive efforts out there tonight. So he was sensational as well, along with Luka and Austin Reeves tonight. And it was, even though against the Pelicans, the worst team in the NBA, but still efforts and just not taking a back seat into this game and just allowing a trap game type of scenario to happen. They didn't allow it. They learned their lesson the first time when they faced the Atlanta Hawks a couple of weeks ago on the road, which should have been an easy win. And I still want to bring that up because it's going to be one of those games when the Lakers have to look back on, once the season nears its end, when they are in the situation, if they're not like the second seed or the third seed, or just have a good opportunity to have home court advantage going into the postseason, they're going to be looking at those particular games. And this game, the Lakers didn't fall for that type of trap scenario, and that's because of their efforts tonight. So great job out there from DeAndre Ayton with those 22-point game performance with 12 rebounds and 4 blocks out there tonight. Rui Hachimura also was great tonight with 14 points. He shot not pretty well out there tonight. He went 2 of 8 from the three, but his efforts was there nonetheless with 14 points. So let's give him credit where credit is due when it comes down to his efforts. And obviously LeBron James not playing tonight, and I think at this point, guys, it's just LeBron James should just say, you know what, I'm relying on this team to help me win games now, and it's showing. Okay, I mean, expectations wise, going into this season, and the news and talks about LeBron James, if the Lakers don't do well, he wants to get traded type scenario. It's starting to look like it's going to be the opposite. The Lakers are doing pretty well for themselves when it comes to all said and done, and their efforts when it comes to just doing all the dirty work with LeBron James, just sitting in the sidelines and just doing what he can to help out this team as much as he can. But tonight, guys, he was out due to a foot issue that he's dealing with, or leg issue. But obviously the team said, you know what, we got this, and it was an easy win nonetheless. So there was no need for LeBron to play in this game anyway. So you know what, guys, it was just a really good game out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers, and Gabe Vincent stepping in for LeBron James. And I think this was the not the original starting lineup, but it was at one point this same lineup that we saw probably during the preseason, when it came to Gabe Vincent being in the starting lineup. And his efforts was known. I mean, 6 points, went 2 of 4 from the three, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. So a solid night, if you say, a solid night for Gabe Vincent in the starting lineup in for LeBron tonight. So let's give him credit for that out there tonight. But when it comes down to our second unit, Jake LaRivia, 10 points out there tonight, was great, solid night for him. He was kind of silent for the past couple of games, but you know what, guys? I think this time around, we actually do need Jake LaRivia to step up with LeBron being out. So hopefully we will see the same old Jake LaRivia before LeBron made his return, that he shows what he's all about. So, but 10 points, a solid night for Jake LaRivia. Jackson Hayes continuing to thrive with the this Lakers team, especially alongside with Luka. He is just turning on what Jackson Hayes just brings to the table. When it comes to his abilities and to help us, win games and all that. So, and his athleticism and all that. So it's been awesome. I mean, 8 points out there tonight with 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and he also had 2 blocks out there tonight. So, great night for Jackson Hayes. You know, Dalton Connect had 4 points out there tonight with 2 assists and 1 block. And, Maxi Kleber also tonight, guys, with 2 points. And then Adu Thero playing in this game tonight, who only played for 3 minutes. I think it was just during garbage time when the Lakers were already winning the game, anyways. So it is what it is when it comes all said and done about this win tonight. So, but yeah, guys, what a great win! What a great win for the Los Angeles Lakers. They continuously show that they are a big part of this this thrive that they're on right now when it comes to their abilities to just win as much games as they can so they can be in a good, comfortable situation within the Western Conference, still being the second seed in the Western Conference with the wins they keep stacking up with the 7 game winning streak with their efforts tonight, guys. And it's just been awesome to watch. And hopefully we'll see more. Hopefully we'll see more from this Lakers team, when it comes all said and done in their efforts going into this upcoming season and continuing on with their efforts with the dynamic duo with Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves and a combination of others just stepping up as well with DeAndre Ayton and just all of that when it comes all said and done. And guys, what a great win. What a great win for my Los Angeles Lakers tonight when it comes all said and done. I mean, just go Lakers, man. I mean, we are on a roll with 7 game winning streak after this win tonight. So great win for the Los Angeles Lakers. And yeah, so just want to read some of these comments before I move on to my breakdown of my Denver Broncos. So stay tuned for that, guys. Let's just read some of these comments before I end this live stream. Well, it's not really. I don't see a lot of comments on here. It's all good. If there's nobody's going to write, I'm probably going to move on to my next analysis of my breakdown of the Denver Broncos. So let's see here. Let me read this from Ghetto Rabbit. All right, let's read this one from Ghetto Rabbit. A Broncos win and a Commanders loss was the best for both teams. A tie doesn't do anything for Washington with win 3 wins. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no doubt about it. I agree with you on that. I mean, a tie would have obviously been a good end results for both sides. But if I have to say, for the Broncos' perspective, I think the more wins they stack up, the better. They're on their ninth game winning streak. When it comes all said and done, and they just came off of a bye week, so again, they're still energized. They're still bringing the energy in the second half and the third and fourth quarter situations. Even though there were a couple of mistakes made from Bo Nix and his interception pass and players from the wide receiver sides and tight ends. They keep dropping the ball, and most of that had to do with the bad throws that Bo Nix had made. But at the same time, the efforts that we were seeing from the Broncos is their defensive efforts, and there's no doubt about it. It's one of the most thrilling, overtime wins that I saw so far from this Broncos team this season, and it's had to say one of the best so far uh, in this season in the NFL, in my opinion, when it comes all said and done. So, yeah, absolutely with that. Let's see here from Ghetto Rabbit. Both losers only have 3 wins. You're talking about you're talking about the Pelicans and the Commanders. Yeah, they're both losers tonight, and it's very sad. But you would think the Broncos would have you know thought that the Commanders would be a cakewalk and just blow them out, but they didn't. They kind of struggled offensively, and most of the defensive efforts of the Broncos also struggled as well. I don't know why they allowed Marcus Mariota Okay, I think it's working now. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I for some reason my internet is not looking good. So, yeah, sorry about that. Okay, I don't know why it froze on me. So, hopefully it continues to stay pretty well. I mean, I know I'm having trouble with my internet, so I'll just hopefully get this done as soon as possible. But yeah, I mean, both losers tonight, the Pelicans and the Washington Commanders, is a good win for my Denver Broncos and for my Lakers tonight, for sure. So Aiden was awesome pickup. Yeah, I mean it's starting to work out. It really is, especially when it comes to just his efforts, just that void that we were missing after training for Anthony Davis in the Luka Doncic trade. Obviously, it's one of the greatest trades for the Lakers' history by getting Luka Doncic. But we're still missing the big, and that was the number one priority going into the offseason, and that was DeAndre Ayton, and it's showing. He's showing his greatness so far now in this Lakers team. So he's great. 22 points and 4 blocks. I mean, that's amazing effort from DeAndre Ayton. And there's no doubt about it. He wants to get paid, and he's showing his efforts that make it seem that he wants to get it. Or the same goes for Austin Reeves as well. So they're showing efforts tonight, and it's showing. And since the start of the season, it's been awesome. So great job out there for DeAndre Ayton as well. So great job out there. Broncos have been winning close games all season. Frozen. Yeah, I thank you for laying that out. Yeah, I know it froze a bit, but I'm back now. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I agree with you on that. Ghetto Rabbit. I mean, there were times where I saw my Broncos team. They were winning close games, and it looked ugly every single time. And that's there were times. I mean, there was one game the Lakers didn't. Sorry, my Broncos didn't score at all until the fourth quarter, and Bo Nix just let out his Bo Nix magic and just won us games in those type of efforts in the fourth quarter, second half type of performances, and it's because of the lack of the efforts on offense. But most of the time, the defense, they play better than the offense, and they help us win games that way. So there were close ones for sure. But a win is a win every chance that I get when it comes to my Denver Broncos and the struggles that they've been showing so far when it comes all said and done. So hopefully they start to fix some things. I was hoping they would have changed some things at the trade deadline, but they didn't, and it's still the same type of struggles that we're seeing, and we kind of saw it in this game as well. Offensively, players dropping balls, and Bo Nix just not getting the reliable tight end that he is desperately needs. Sure, we have Evan Ingram, but still he's not living up to the expectations, especially just the contract that the Broncos gave him in the off season. But I don't know. That's just my personal opinion when it comes down to that. But I agree with you on that, Ghetto Rabbit. There were close games, and those close games were close games. And I don't mean, and I mean it by that's not hyperbole when I mention that. It were close games, and I always scratch my head and say, how did they win that game? Type of scenarios. So, but a win is a win when it comes to my Denver Broncos. Every chance that they get when it comes all said and done. So, but with that, I don't want to I want to make sure that I end this live stream on a strong note. I don't want to freeze or anything. So, because I know I having trouble with my internet. So, without further ado, let's break down my Denver Broncos win tonight against the Commanders in overtime. Again, guys, this is the first time that I ever talk about two different teams on this channel. I always talk about the Los Angeles Lakers, and this is a Lakers channel. So, this is a first time ever that I get to talk about my favorite team in the Denver Broncos on ZSN on YouTube, because all of this is a Lakers channel, a Lakers content 99.9% of my content is Lakers content. But there is that 1%, 2%, whatever you want to call it, that I do talk about other sports topics, especially more on the side of just me posting it on the community tab. But there are times that I do make videos about my Denver Broncos, and it's there for you guys to check it out. Videos that I upload, even live streams as well, especially during the draft. So, especially when it comes to trades or signees of big names, that I do talk about on my channel when it comes to my Denver Broncos. And this one is a special one. It just happened at the same time. The Lakers won and my Broncos won at the same time. And it was this particular win, especially in overtime, is arguably one of the best so far this NFL season, in my opinion. So, with that being said, let's just talk about my Denver Broncos, and I really can't wait to get into it. Obviously, when you look at the efforts that we saw from Bo Nix tonight, it was not his best from the start. He was struggling a bit, but he got things back up when it came to the second half. Had 321 yards out there tonight. Had one touchdown and one interception. That one interception, I'll tell you this, was a really bad one. It was a bad one from Bo Nix out there. I mean, that kind of the reason why they led into overtime because of that interception. But that's just my personal opinion when it comes down to that. But offense in general, uh, there were there were some struggles, as especially when it came to the run. Obviously, no KJ Dobbins. He's out for the season, and that's kind of hurting the Lakers' run. And we kind of seen it most of the time that they weren't allowing RJ Harvey and others just run the ball, and it's mostly because of what we have when it comes to the run game. It's not a good run game with no J.K. Dobbins, but their efforts is really good tonight, guys. I mean, especially for R.J. Harvey with 35 yards and two touchdowns. His big touchdown was key in overtime when it came to the Lakers win in overtime when it came down to it. So great job out there for RJ Harvey, and he just played great out there tonight. When it came to our wide receivers out there tonight, guys, there, like I mentioned in this live stream, there was a lot of drops that were totally unnecessary when it came to some of our receivers tonight, from Evan Ingram and obviously from or actually no, maybe just Evan Ingram, because there were times where he dropped the ball and there were some key moments where he should have not, because that we could have probably ended the game in the fourth quarter and just that would have been it. But it just wasn't the case. And my Denver Broncos were struggling offensively at times, and even the defense as well. Let's not just blame it on the offense. The defense also allowed a lot of passing yards to and touchdowns and just opportunities given to the Washington Commanders when it came to their efforts tonight. And especially out of all players, they just gave the whole lot of spotlight to Marcus Mariota tonight, guys. So it was just a bad effort offensively from my Denver Broncos, but for my defense, my defense from my Denver Broncos. But they did their best, and we kind of saw it in overtime with Nick Bonitto just sealing the win for my Denver Broncos tonight, guys. Just awesome performance on his part, just saving the day for my Denver Broncos to win their 10th game of the season, and extending their win streak with 9 with that effort defensively to help us win this game out there tonight. And you know what, guys, it was just great all around. And when it came to our defense, the defense, I think they were the better defensive team tonight. When it comes all said and done, when it came down to it. And Nick Menino, I mean, he was great in overtime, like I mentioned. So great effort on their part tonight. And yeah, other than that, I mean, it was just an amazing win for my Denver Broncos. especially just that touchdown pass from Cortland Sutton from Bo Nix. That touchdown fall that was just amazing, and that's going to be one of the highlights going into Monday when it comes all said and done. I mean, people are going to be talking about it, throughout this week when it came to that touchdown pass that he made for Cortland Sutton when he fell, and that was one of the best so far in his career when it comes, his efforts in his second year now. So it was great. It was great to see that from Bo Nix and just the efforts that we saw from this Broncos team in overtime. Right away, throwing the touchdown pass with like maybe 1 or 2 minutes into the game in overtime, and it was just sensational. Great effort from this Broncos team in overtime and defense. They just sealed it. They just sealed it with Nick Bonitto saving the day and not allowing the Washington Commanders to convert for a 2 point touchdown to just seal the win there. If they would have made that pass, the game would have ended with the Washington Wizards winning that game. So, but it wasn't the case. It wasn't the case, and thanks to Nick Bonitto and the defense for allowing us to get this win tonight. And just great job out there. Great job out there for my Denver Broncos. They were amazing tonight, and they're on a roll. And like what Ghetto Rabbit said, I mean, there's no doubt about it. There were close games where the Broncos won that they should have not won because of the lack of effort from them. And one of the games that I want to bring up, that it's a perfect example of what Ghetto Rabbit puts in this comment here, and that was the Broncos versus the Jets. It was in London, I believe, and the offense was horrendous. It was horrendous. One of the worst performances from my Denver Broncos this season was that game. But the defense showed up and dominated in that game, and it was the Jets. All right, the Jets, they are arguably one of the worst teams in the NFL, and at the fact that my Denver Broncos weren't able to just, you know, um, overcome that and just dominate in that particular game. It was just poor performance on the offensive side from my Denver Broncos. But my defense, they showed up in that game, no doubt about it. And then it was just like a continuation. The next game, after the next game, the Giants game, it was such a close one. It was seemed like it was the Broncos were going to lose that game, but then Bo Nix in the fourth quarter showed up out of nowhere and just saved the day in that particular quarter and got us the win. And it was just another continuation. The my Broncos just don't show up in the first half. When it comes down to those type of performances. And when it comes to just winning in convincing fashion, like the Cowboys, the Broncos should have beaten every single game, every single matchup, like they did to the Cowboys. But it wasn't the case. There were close games that just should have been close games and possibly wins. To be honest with you, I'm being completely honest. I mean, I should be hyping up my Broncos and this season, but there were times where I said they should have never won those particular games because of the efforts that have been seen from them offensively, and there were times defensively, but mostly the offense, because the defense is just letting it up. This season, and especially in the NFL when it comes down to sacks and just their efforts defensively. They're just been so sensational when it comes to they're just being the arc of this Broncos team so far this season. And it's just my own personal opinion when it comes down to that. And I think I speak for Broncos country when I say that Um, the defense is the reason why the Broncos are where they're at right now, is because of their lack of efforts offensively. When it comes down to it, and I just got notifications. My Broncos just jumped up to number one in the AFC. So after this win, and it's kind of a neck and neck situation with the the Minneapolis Colts. So because they're doing pretty well for themselves, for sure. So, having said all that, I mean, I'm surprised the Broncos are where they're at right now, and due to the lack of efforts offensively, from some of our wide receivers and all that, but they're doing great so far, and a win is a win. Any chance that I get when it comes to my Denver Broncos and even my Lakers half the time. So, and I'll take it. I'll take it. And the Broncos are in a good situation. They are playoff bound, no doubt about it. And hopefully they just continue to thrive and maybe hopefully show up in the postseason like they're doing so far now this season. So yeah, what a great win! What a great win against with my Broncos versus the Commanders, and what a finish from Nick Bonitto to save the day to win in overtime, and Bo Nix and his touchdown, fall that he made to Cortland Sutton was awesome as well. Those are the two highlights that we will take away from this Broncos win versus the Commanders, and it's just awesome. They survived in overtime versus the Commanders, and I'll take it. I'll take it from my Denver Broncos every chance that I get when it comes all said and done. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna sleep well tonight. I'm gonna sleep well tonight. My two favorite teams showed up and dominated in both of their leagues tonight. My Lakers beating those sorry worst team ever in the Pelicans in convincing fashion with Luka and AR combining with 67 points to win us that game. It was an easy win anyway against one of the worst teams in the NBA in the Pelicans. So an easy win as uh, Daniel puts it a couple of when we started this live stream, but it was an easy dubs for the Los Angeles Lakers, and now they are 15-4 with a 7-game winning streak, and it's just amazing that they are still dominating even without LeBron. And this is something that I wanted from my Lakers when it comes all said and done, and the capabilities of winning games without LeBron James always saving the day. And it's been that constant thing for the past couple of years when we had Anthony Davis, and we thought Anthony Davis would be the poster child of the Lakers after LeBron retires, and he will take over and help us win games and all that. But we didn't really kind of see that from Anthony Davis at times. But now with Luka on the team now, and Austin Reeves finally showing up, this season having a breakout year, an all-star caliber year, and obviously he wants to get paid, so he's showing it, and he deserves it. And with DeAndre Ayton being a good pickup for this team, is just showing guys that um, he is this team is something special, and they're going to be a team to be reckoned with when it comes to facing the reigning champs in OKC and Houston Rockets, the Denver Nuggets. I mean, the list goes on. They can be a really good competitive team in the Western Conference and facing all the greats of the Western Conference. So hopefully they continue this drive that they're on and their efforts, and hopefully they continue to win games and stack up wins as much as they can with their 7-game winning streak still alive and running. When it comes all said and done, and hopefully things start to continue to thrive for this demo for my Los Angeles Lakers after this win tonight. And I believe, I might be wrong, I think tomorrow they have a home game versus the Suns. So it is going to be another game there where I hope they show up in that game because the Suns they've been pretty playing pretty well. Let's give them credit. I mean, but still, hopefully they show up and beat them on Monday tomorrow. So in a back-to-back home game. So um, let's just hope for that, and the Lakers continue to stack up wins, and just continue to dominate. But my Denver Broncos tonight, guys, I mean, they were awesome tonight as well. They're on their 9-game winning streak. And, with them winning their 10th game of the season and just continuing to win games and close games and key moments and key situations, as Get Rabbit put it. I mean, it was close games where the Broncos are where they're at right now, and we will take them. But at the same time, we need to see effort. We need to see effort from my Denver Broncos every single night or every single Sunday, and it's just something that I hope they continue to do so. Going into for the rest of the NFL season. And, they just continue to dominate with Bo Nix leading the helm and our defense leading the helm with Nick Bonitto and the rest of the crew. So, and, Patrick Surtain and all of them. So, hopefully things start to, continue to, show some progress from my Denver Broncos going into finishing this NFL season on a strong note. They're playoff bound anyway, so they're going to be in the playoffs. But hopefully, they show this type of efforts. What we saw from throughout the season, and going into the postseason with that type of effort. So hopefully, we'll see that from my Denver Broncos. Going into this NFL or finishing off this NFL season. Okay, let me read this last comment before I end this live stream. And thank you again, guys, for allowing me to talk about my Denver Broncos on this live stream. Like I said, this is a Lakers channel. We talk about Lakers content on here. It's like 99% of my content. But on occasion, I do talk about my Denver Broncos. There's a lot of you who are subscribed on here who are Denver Bronco fans. So I really appreciate you joining me. And, there's some who are Lakers fans and Bronco fans on here. So it's a whole mixture of everyone who just wants to hear about their favorite teams. And uh, lucky for you guys, I talk about both. But more on the Lakers side than the Broncos side. So, again, thank you all guys for allowing me to talk about my Denver Broncos. I really appreciate it because it was such a great win and historic win, in my opinion, when it came to this overtime win. Thanks to Nick Bonitto saving the day. Because if the Commanders would have allowed that 2-point conversion, they would have won the game in overtime. But thanks to Nick Bonitto, he did not allow it to happen. So he saved the day for the Broncos win versus the Commanders after a bye week where they showed up and won again. And they got their 10th win. They're on their 9-game winning streak. Hopefully they continue that going into next week, hopefully, and maybe extend it to 10 wins. But we just have to wait and see about that. But yeah, thank you again, guys, for allowing me to talk about my Denver Broncos on this Lakers live stream. But it was great. You never know, maybe I'll do it again. But it's going to probably not be the case. But hopefully, you guys will allow me to do so. But thank you again. I really appreciate it. And let me read this last comment here before I end this live stream. Knicks played better than Stafford. What made you change the channel name to ZSN? Did ESPN come after you? Oh, let me get into that. But let me talk about or actually, it's just a quick response. Yeah, Bo Nix is playing a lot better than Stafford for sure for the LA Rams, and there's no doubt about it. I mean, he is still young. He's going into the second year with the Denver Broncos, and there's a lot to see from him. other than maybe Stafford, who is up there in age, and he did win a Super Bowl for the franchise, but you know, know that about it. He is the better player, in my opinion. With Matthew Stafford, still playing. He's playing great, but still, Bo Nix is he's just the better player, in my opinion, when it comes down to it. But let's talk about this question here from Get a Rabbit, and I really appreciate you bringing it up. Um, no, ESPN did not come after me because of my ZSPN original name, and I'm going to be honest with you. I really wanted to keep it and allow it to be the name for throughout this you know this platform, but unfortunately, there were times where I said to myself, you know what, they probably could come after me and say, you know what, this is similar to our name, and I just didn't want that type of trouble. So um and I had a friend of mine who saw that my name was ZSPN, and it just seemed so similar to ESPN, and he's a lawyer, so he kind of gave me advice about changing the name, and I got some advice from my family, and they even told me to change it because we just don't want that trouble, because no matter how big, or potentially how big I could get on YouTube and on this platform, I just don't want that trouble to come bearing down on me, with ESPN. So I just decided to change the name. It's not big of a change. All I did is just drop the P and just kept the ZSN. So it's not like they will come after me for that. So, and plus my content doesn't really talk about everything that they do. I mean, all I talk about is just Lakers content, and throw in some Broncos content. And if there's some breaking news, I throw it in here and there. And I just and I'm just by myself. Nobody joins me. I just do everything on my own. So, um, but that was just the main reason for that. And no, ESPN did not come after me because of it. I just wanted to be on the safe side. If somehow I do get big on YouTube, or somehow if I just do well and just gain a lot of subscribers and just some fame or whatever. But when it comes all said and done, it was just the main reason why I changed the name, just to be on the safe side. ZSN is just like nobody has it, and it's not close to, you know, ESPN. So all I did is just drop the P, and it's just, people who are still loyal to ZSN still stayed on, thank goodness. After the change, I changed it maybe is my third year now with CSPN, sorry, ZSN. So, um, and I think at one point I had a ZLN, but no, it just didn't make sense to me because I don't know, it just didn't sound right. And plus, this channel is more than just a Lakers channel. So that's the main reason why I changed it again. So it is now ZSN, and I'm loving it, and people loving it, and they appreciate the change. And it's not really big of a change, really. All I did is just change the logo, and I changed the name, and believe me, I love the name. The name, because obviously my name is Zaid, so it just fits well. I've just added my name because this is my actual name. So it's like, okay, it's not a big of a deal if I named it ZSPN. I mean, it's, I don't know why, certain organizations or certain brands have a problem with somebody just, adding their name into a name that just fits well or what they want to build when it comes to their content. Um, but for some reason, they get butthurt over it. I'm not sure why, because their brand is much bigger, and they have a better followers, a better platform. But I don't know. I guess they just want to come after anybody that having some success, even though I'm having just a little small success. But it is what it is. But it is what it is. But thank you, Get a Rabbit. Never thought I'd be talking about my ZSN name and why I changed it. But thank you, Get a Rabbit, for allowing me to talk about it. And it was all right. I'm loving it. I love ZSN, and ZSN is doing pretty well for themselves now. And we're still taking off even with the name change. So, and it's I changed it 3 years ago, so it's still the same old content and the same old. I even made it well known that it's the same old content. Nothing has changed. All I did is just change the name and change the logo. And so far, nobody shown any disinterest, and they still stayed on. Thank goodness. Thank you all for sticking with me, even with the name change. And it's been a good ride so far. And it's hopefully we'll see more success on ZSN more than ever. And especially now, with me talking about the Broncos on this live stream. But I think tomorrow for sure, I'm going to be talking about Lakers content 100% of the time, maybe 99% of the time now moving forward. It was just on occasion. I just wanted to talk about my Denver Broncos on this live stream because of their amazing win tonight. And I was so excited, so hyped. And we talk about my Denver Broncos on this content anyway, especially during Lakers live streams. So, of the post game show. So I just felt that it's fitting, and I wanted to do so. So thank you, Get a Rabbit, for letting me open up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to ZSN on YouTube and follow me all across social media. Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. Hit that notification bell. It's really important that you do so you'll be in the know of when I go live and when I upload onto YouTube or go live after every Lakers post-game show. So please do so. I really appreciate it. Once again, I want to thank Get a Rabbit and Daniel for being on the comment section and just being the OGs on this channel. Honestly, you guys are the two OGs on the contributors on this channel, and you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for being a continuation on ZSN in this community and sharing my videos, sharing my live streams all over social media. I really appreciate it again. And especially the shout outs that Daniel gives me on his YouTube channel. So, guys, go check out Daniel. He has a YouTube channel. He talks about Lakers, and he also does gaming as well. So, go check him out. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you, Get a Rabbit, for the comments on here. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for allowing me to talk about my Denver Broncos on this Lakers post game show. I really appreciate it. And hopefully, my Broncos continue to stack up as much wins as they can and be competitive in the AFC West. And obviously, they're already dominating the West, but uh, the AFC West, but just the AFC in general, so they can maybe hopefully reach the Super Bowl. You never know. We just have to wait and see. But it's a long shot for me to talk about that. But we just have to wait and see. But yeah, thank you guys for allowing me to talk about my Denver Broncos. And what a great win for my Lakers tonight against the Pelicans, 133 to 121. Luka and AR combining with 67 points, dominating against one of the worst teams in the NBA in the New Orleans Pelicans. And, just what a great win, extending their win streak with 7 wins. And, of course, getting 15 wins under their belt as their record with 4 losses and continuing to dominate in the Western Conference and just being the driving force without LeBron James leading the helm, and which is obviously awesome to watch when it comes all said and done. And finally, my Denver Broncos surviving the win in overtime versus the Commanders, and thanks to Nick Bonitto with the save, with his defensive efforts, defeating the Commanders in overtime, and just the great effort from Bo Nix and his efforts tonight was awesome for us to win this game tonight against the Commanders on Sunday Night Football, and it was just awesome to see that my two favorite teams dominating in their craft tonight, and it was just my excitement. I just had to talk about it. And thank you all allowing me for talking about my Denver Broncos tonight. And obviously joining me for my Lakers breakdown every single live stream, post game show. Again, thank you all so much for joining me. Again, guys, follow me all across social media. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers and go Broncos. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.